So this video, I'm going to be covering the 6 steps that I use to nail my volume balance in my mix every single time I mix a song. Let's dive straight in. Number 1 is gain staging. I make sure that I gain stage all the way through the song before I actually start my volume balance, especially if you need any sort of gain automation, usually the vocals, right? So I'm going to bring down those loud parts, bring up those soft parts with gain before I start moving my fader, because that's going to give me a very consistent result with my vocals, whatever other dynamic tracks I have in my mix, to be able to volume balance appropriately in various sections of the song. Number 2 is I make a plan. So what I mean by making a plan is I want to identify what type of song I'm mixing and what overall direction I'm trying to move it in. At this stage, I'm going to pick 2 to 3 reference songs that I'm going to reference while I'm mixing my song to make sure that I'm still in the same ballpark, genre-wise and just vibe-wise, with like-sounding songs to make sure that I'm mixing mine at a pro level. Step 3 is I'm going to use my baseball field analogy. So what the baseball field analogy is, imagine you are the umpire of your mix, and all of the various players are the elements of your mix, right? So if you can imagine, you have this wide view of everybody on the field. And so you can see the catcher, you can see the pitcher, you can see the first baseman, third baseman, all the people on the field. Imagine your mix as being, okay, so the loudest element is going to be as close to me as possible. So that's going to be, say, your snare or your vocal or your kick drum. And then you're going to place elements in your mix in relation to those and to where you would imagine them being on the baseball field. So this is just mentally preparing yourself, because the easiest way to get a great volume balance is actually by using distance, not necessarily just, trying to think what is louder. It's thinking what sounds further away. And that shifts in your mind to a more natural way of viewing volume inside of your mix. Number 4 now that you have a plan, you have references, you've imagined what it's going to look like in your baseball field, now you want to take everything down to nothing. So there's no sound coming out. All your faders are at minus infinity. Step 5 now is bring up one at a time in order of whatever elements are close to you. So the closest elements in your baseball field, so your catcher, whatever is in your catcher spot, so let's say that's the snare or the kick drum or the vocal, that's the first element you want to bring up in your mix. And then you want to bring up all the other elements in order of importance. So essentially, maybe my snare will be first, and my vocal, and then my kick drum, and then my guitars, and then my bass guitar, etc. In order, just move back in your mind's eye whatever is the next in order of closeness to you as the listener. A pro tip that I have for you, 5B if you will, is going to be, don't listen to the element you're actually bringing up. Instead, listen to the closest elements, or listen to maybe 2 other elements. So, and when I'm bringing up my electric guitars, for example, I'm going to be listening to my vocal and my snare drum. If my electric guitars start to overwhelm my vocal, then I know that my electric guitars are now too loud inside of my mix. So I'm going to back those off a little bit. So don't listen to the element you're bringing up, because you're going to inherently want to bring it up louder than it actually should be. You should listen to other elements, and that takes a little bit of practice, but try it out. I guarantee you're going to be super impressed by how much more pro your volume balance sounds by using that strategy. The last step, number 6, is double check with your references, especially for your kick, your vocal, and your bass guitar. If you make sure that you check those 3 elements against your references, you're much more likely to have a really pro sounding mix. You can listen to other elements as well, but those are kind of the 3 big ones that you want to make sure you nail inside of the volume balance before you move forward. And you can use your references as a guideline of where those elements should be inside of your mix. If you want to learn my step-by-step mixing process, I created a free checklist. It's called the Ultimate Mixing Checklist, and you can find that down below. It's the same checklist that I use in every single one of my mixes still to this day to make sure I mix faster and better. Check out that free checklist down below and pick it up for yourself. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was super helpful. Let me know in the comments, are there anything else that you find super helpful when you're volume balancing your mix? And I would love to hear your thoughts as well of what strategies you've found to be successful for yourself. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you in the next video.